What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to News for You with V. Tracy. On tonight's agenda, we are getting into hot seats in Parliament. We're also going to be talking about the Electoral Commission under scrutiny yet again, as well as a campaign trail update and what Trump wants, Trump gets. All that and so much more coming up tonight. Stay tuned. The election for workers' representatives to the 12th Parliament is becoming highly competitive, with 27 candidates contesting for only 5 seats, making it the longest ballot paper so far. Some candidates have raised concerns that the process is going to be influenced by wealthy individuals and business figures who are allegedly using money to sway voters. Oof. They warn that this could push aside more qualified leaders and weaken fair representation of workers. So as campaigns continue, there are calls for close monitoring to ensure the election is free, fair, and credible. Opposition political parties have intensified criticism of the Electoral Commission over delays in releasing the updated paper copy of the National Voters Register, warning that the move threatens transparency ahead of the presidential elections scheduled to begin next Thursday, January 15th. The parties say continued failure to avail the register is not accidental, but a calculated attempt to frustrate verification and scrutiny of voter details in the final days of the campaign period. They argue that access to the updated register is critical for building public confidence in the electoral process. With only days left to polling day, opposition leaders fear that the delays could undermine the fairness of the elections and have called on the commission to immediately release the register. Let's see if they will release it. The presidential campaign trail continues across different parts of the country as candidates take their messages to the voters. In Kawempe, NRM flag bearer President Museveni met residents who called for increased KCCA funding to address poor garbage collection blamed for flooding and raised concerns over delays of the alleged irregularities in the PDM funds. In Kampala's Rubaga division, FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi campaigned in Kawala, saying he has solutions to the city's long-standing challenges. His rally was disrupted when police fired tear gas at his supporters, an action Mafabi strongly condemned. Meanwhile, NUP candidate Robert Chagulanyi concluded the final leg of his Karamoja campaign, covering Nakapiri, Amudat, Moroto, and Napak. He pledged to prioritize economic development, service delivery, and social justice as supporters turned up early to welcome him in Moroto. For more on the updates of the campaign trail, please make sure that you tune in to NVS Live at 9. Global tensions are increasing after 2 major developments involving the United States of America. Just the gift that keeps on giving. In New York, ousted Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro appeared in court after being captured with his wife in a U.S. military operation. President Donald Trump said the U.S. would run Venezuela and allow American oil companies to operate there, raising international concern. In response, Venezuela has sworn in Delcy Rodriguez as acting president, with China, Russia, and Iran backing the move. At the same time, President Trump has renewed calls for the U.S. to take over Greenland, citing security and strategic interests. Greenland's prime minister has rejected the proposal, calling it a fantasy, while Denmark's prime minister has warned that any U.S. military move against Greenland would effectively end NATO. 7 European leaders have issued a joint statement declaring that Greenland belongs to its people and that only Denmark and Greenland can decide its future. Well done, guys. Well done. Anyway, there's a much deeper story about why Trump is actually doing this in Venezuela, and a lot of it has to do with people stopping to trade oil and trade goods, like basically leaving the dollar out of major transactions. So now they're trying to put a cap on it and make sure that the dollar is still involved. Anyway, we'll cover that in Tracespiracies, but we'll keep you updated as this continues to unfold. And that's a wrap for tonight, guys. As always, please do leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye.